my camera. My apologies. My phone is broke. My phone is broke. Please subscribe to Easy Work Boxing 2. That is the new channel. We got to get them 1,000 subs. I'm finna switch the camera around. I'm gonna have to keep switching to see what y'all saying if you on here. You know what I'm saying? You feel me, son? Okay. What's up, my people? My loved ones, my country cousins. Y'all know what time it is. We gotta talk about this sport of boxing, baby. That's what we gotta do. Yes, sir. New fights coming up, baby. Unfortunately, we supposed to be seeing the heavyweight championship fight for the WBC between Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder tonight. But Tyson Fury want to go run, want to go, take steroids on the low, come back into a fight, possibly hope he could beat Wilder. He know that there's a chance he cannot cheat this fight. Everything will be checked. For those who are out there saying, even boxers, oh, the WBC, there's commissions. They check everything. Well, what happened against Miguel Cotto versus Margarito? What happened between Panama Lewis and the young guy Bobby something that ended up committing suicide from drinking so much, from being having his pride destroyed from the fact that Panama Lewis and one of his fighters, I think his name was Ernesto something, come out there with padding out his gloves and humiliated this man and beat him up so bad that he basically drunk himself to death and had a car. I think he died in a car crash or something like that. So where was the commission in when all this stuff was going on? When Margarito had cement padding in his gloves. The commission was there then too, right? So why is it so hard to believe that Tyson Fury cheated when you clearly seen that his forearm was longer than his damn leg in the first fight? That people say people are crazy. I respected Tyson Fury. Besides what he's done, I think Tyson Fury can box. I think he's a hell of a fighter, but I think he lacks confidence in himself. And sadly, we as boxing fans won't be able to see this fight. Tomorrow. Damn. That really hurt. That really hurt, y'all. That we won't be able to see this fight. Please subscribe to Easy Work Boxing 2 if you're watching. Please hit your notification. That's the new channel, y'all. It's nothing but boxing on that channel. But, that hurts, man. I was expecting to see that fight. Now we got to wait. Well, I think it's going to happen, in October, September, somewhere around that area. But like I told you, I feel like Tyson Fury is doing nothing more than going to try to get on steroids and get off steroids before the fight. One thing we ain't paid attention to yet, because, we be so focused on all the other bullshit going on in boxing. We have yet to see any test results. Have we seen Tyson Fury or Teofimo Lopez in the hospital, at home, any paperwork on them saying that they have COVID? So we as boxing fans just gonna sit here and allow this type of shit to happen to us. You see what I'm saying? This is why we can't get the fights we want to see, because we allow shit like this just to pass by us. We ain't seen a picture of them in the hospital with COVID. We ain't seen a picture. And we missing out on fights, the sport that we love. It's sad, man. I see already that Jermell Charlo and Brian Castano won't be having an undisputed rematch. They already talking about Brian Castano fighting Tim Tszyu. Costa Tszyu's son. They already talking about that happening. They talking about Jermell Charlo fighting somebody else. They say he got a mandatory, I think, for the IBF belt. Yeah, he got a mandatory for the IBF belt, so ain't no rematch happening. Jamal don't want that rematch. That's all that happened. Al Heyman get to keep his belts in-house. Jamel ain't got to worry about going out there and getting beat again. That fight ain't finna happen. Which I'm happy for Castano, because I feel that if he thought he got robbed that time, they was gonna do him worse in the second fight. They was gonna do him worse in the second fight, and it better not have been in Texas. Y'all, let me turn my phone around and see if y'all comment and see what you're saying. What up, the King? Not much, man. Just talking about boxing. Like I said, we talking about all fights. I want y'all, if you watch the channel, please go and subscribe to Easy Work Boxing too. Now we got Crawford being mandated. Yes. Crawford versus Porter being mandated. It's sad when the WBO has to come and order a fight to be made. You see what I'm saying? Order a fight to be made. I tell y'all like I tell y'all all the time, in that fight, Sean Porter's a hell of a fighter. Shout out to Sean Porter. I love him. He's a respectable dude. I love his attitude. I love how positive he is. Sean Porter's a real guy to me. You know what I'm saying? Real dude, man. I respect Sean Porter. But when it comes to him fighting Terrence Crawford is going to beat Sean Porter. If you go and look at Felix Diaz versus Terrence Crawford, please watch that fight tonight. If you watch him right now, so you'll understand what I'm saying. That fight is going to look exactly like that. And I see Sean Porter either getting stopped the first time by Terrence Crawford or Kenny Porter having to throw in the towel. I take nothing away from Sean Porter. Good jab, aggressive, strong fighter. But he doesn't have the skill set to fuck with Terrence Crawford. He knows he doesn't. That's why he wants more money than, you know what I'm saying, he made with Spence. See, because he actually had a belt fighting Spence and made 2.5. Crawford doesn't have a Crawford has a title. You don't have a title, but you won't fight Terrence Crawford for $2 million. But you can gain a title out of fighting him for $2 million. But people say Crawford is ducking the PBC fighters. The biggest fight at welterweight for Terrence Crawford is Keith Thurman, not Errol Spence. My dog, my number one fighter. Keith Thurman is the number one fight for Terrence Crawford at welterweight. That is the fight that y'all gonna really see a war. Y'all gonna really see boxing. Keith Thurman unorthodox, throw punches from different angles, can box. He got a weakness though I've seen in him, and this is my dog. I love Keith Thurman. That's my favorite fighter. Body punches. He may get, you know what I'm saying? He may get stopped by Terrence from a body punch, but Terrence also can get stopped by Keith Thurman from the power, the skill set, the boxing, then the unorthodox style of Keith Thurman. Man, that's the fight, y'all. Let me flip the phone and see y'all comment. Tank ain't got no business on no pound for pound list. And that's just being real. Tank ain't got no business on no pound for pound list. For what? He ain't fought no damn body to be on no fucking pound for pound list. Dropping down to fight Leo Santa Cruz. Next fight may be Jojo Diaz or a Leo Santa Cruz rematch. He fought a Barrios who was scouted for him to fight. Barrios was promised to Regis Prograis. And thank God Regis didn't get his hands on him. I keep telling y'all, they be talking about all these so-called superstars. Regis Prograis is supposed to be a superstar. Regis Prograis beat motherfuckers like, he a 1930s style fighter. Regis Prograis, I like Erickson Lubin, Regis Prograis. I like Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor held himself. Virgil Ortiz, Oscar Valdez. Who else? I love Oscar De La Hoya like a motherfucker. I respect Oscar De La Hoya so much as a fighter. They don't give Oscar De La Hoya the respect that he deserves. Oscar De La Hoya didn't never duck. His name can't never be mentioned by a motherfucker saying Oscar De La Hoya ducked them. Oscar De La Hoya was the real motherfucking deal. like Nino Donaire. No, Nito Donaire. He another real one. These fighters right here was the real deal that I'm talking about. Ain't duck shit. Y'all know Marcos Maidana well from Adrian Broner's mouth. Marcos Maidana told Adrian Broner he'll never fight him again because Adrian Broner was the strongest fighter he ever fought. I can believe that. I can believe that. I love Showbiz. Shout out to Showbiz, but that's bullshit. Um, like I said, Felix Diaz has the same style, if not better than Porter's. He was a two-time Olympic gold medalist or two-time Olympian. Felix Diaz Jr. So his pedigree to me is better than Sean Porter. So if he can go out there and make them throw the towel in against an Olympian, what y'all think he gonna do to Sean Porter? And this not no Crawford dick riding. This not no Crawford he the man shit. Nothing like that. It's just watching boxing, knowing boxing, just knowing boxing. Sean don't have enough. Arrow don't have enough. And even though Keith, my boy, if Keith Thurman could switch stances, I'll say that would be a 50-50 fight. You know what I'm saying? I would say that. But that's like a 55-45 fight. 45 for Thurman, 55 for Crawford due to the fact that he could switch. But if my boy Keith could switch, I have to say that's 50-50. I have to say that's 50-50. Let me switch it. Yeah, but what else we got coming up? Anthony Joshua versus Usyk. I think Joshua gonna lose to Usyk. I think Usyk is gonna outbox the fuck out of Anthony Joshua. That's what I think. Unless Anthony Joshua becomes an aggressive heavyweight, a Evander Holyfield type fighter that night, if he fuck around and he try to prove that he can outbox Usyk, I think Usyk gonna southpaw his ass to death. That's just my opinion of it. I ain't taking nothing away from AJ. One thing about AJ I like about him, he like an old heavyweight. He go to that body a lot. So that may also be a difference in that fight. He may attack that body due to the fact that he a former cruiserweight. Usyk ain't that big as a heavyweight. And he may motherfucking knock he may knock Usyk out. I think Joe Joyce can beat Anthony Joshua. I do think that. I doubted Joe Joyce one time because I watched him and I said he was slow and this, that, and the other. Joe Joyce is something else. Joe Joyce has something in him that he fights for. Because it ain't got nothing to do with skills, not saying that he don't. It ain't got nothing to do with speed, not saying that he don't. But Joe Joyce fights for something else. And that's what makes him the fighter that he is. I doubted him one time. I will not doubt Joe Joyce again, depending on the circumstance of who he's fighting. Come on, y'all bring some boxing talk up so I can go in. I need y'all to bring some boxing talk up so I go in. But y'all, we got Virgil Ortiz Jr. versus Kavaliauskas. That's the 14th of August. Check that fight out. Go to Easy Word Boxing 2. I talked about that fight. That's gonna be a good fight. Kavaliauskas is gonna show y'all that he was no pushover. That was not no easy fight for Bud. Like I said, people say he got knocked down, okay, but Bud came out there and did what he's supposed to do. But Kavaliauskas is not no pushover, nor is Virgil Ortiz Jr. He's a hell of a fighter, a strong punching fighter. He brings it. He's a bigger Oscar Valdez. He can box as well. Besides him being aggressive, uh, Virgil Ortiz Jr. is going to be something to deal with in the welterweight division. That's basically all I can say really about it. He's just going to be something to deal with. Don't count him out against nobody. But I really feel like him and Jaron Ennis should fight. I think they're getting a lot of acknowledgement that I think they don't really deserve yet, and I think they should get it after those two fight. Jaron Ennis versus Virgil Ortiz. When they fight, then I think that's when that respect level and that notoriety should come. Like now in the sport of boxing, it's just like they just get in there and get some knockouts and stuff, and they just get a whole bunch of notoriety. I mean, look at Edgar Berlanga. Erickson Lubin, another one of my favorite fighters, dropped him. Not saying it don't make him a bad fighter or he can't be a champion, but imagine, and Erickson Lubin is lighter than him. So that tells you right there that he ain't fighting competition right now. He going there fighting that look good competition, that to you 17-0 competition. Take nothing away from Edgar. He out there, doing his thing. He just got dropped by a more experienced fighter. But that lets you know right there from just watching that they are going out there fighting guys that ain't on their levels. That's why they getting 17-0 knockouts. Tank. Hate to say it, but see how I just broke that down? Tank. That's why Tank is 24-0 with 23 knockouts. Not one black fighter on his resume. Not one black fighter on his resume. And if it is, it's I'm sure before he made it to 14-0. I'm sure before he made it anywhere, or probably 15-0, Tank hasn't fought a black fighter probably since. And if he did, he was supposed to beat him. Poeta, what's up with you, bro? What else we got going on? Pacquiao versus Spence. I already told y'all how I feel about that. I think that Manny Pacquiao is going to attack Errol Spence's center line. I think that when they line up throwing them them right jabs, Manny Pacquiao is going to jump to his right and jump forward towards Errol Spence at his center line. That's why I think he would defeat Errol Spence. If Errol Spence can move good and move that jab in good, he can beat Manny Pacquiao. I'm not taking anything away from Errol Spence Jr., but I just feel that from the footwork of Manny Pacquiao, the foot movement of him, the way he can jump like that to be a 147-pounder, and to see the way that Sean Porter had Errol Spence off balance in their fight from his foot movement, his activity with his feet, I feel Manny Pacquiao just, will come out on top in this fight. That's just what I feel. Take nothing away from Errol Spence. You know what I'm saying? He's a good fighter, strong fighter. But I just feel from the experience of Manny Pacquiao, his style, his footwork, that he'll come out on top in this fight. And plus, shout out to Bushido Boxing. He talked about the training video of Errol Spence sparring for the fight. It was trash. The sparring partner he had that should be trying to imitate Manny Pacquiao, he was trash. No disrespect to you, dude, if you ever see this video, but you would know wasn't there Manny Pacquiao, and it looked like y'all were in there playing. I tell people a lot of times that Errol Spence is basically cutting weight doing his training camps. A lot of people know that, and that clearly showed it, because that sparring right there, Nobody emulated Manny Pacquiao. Well, the guy, it was only one guy. He did nothing that emulated a Manny Pacquiao. So that's probably why they took that down. Gamboa is not black. Gamboa is Cuban. Yeah, Gamboa is Cuban, bro. He's not black. You can say he's a black-looking Cuban, like Regendow. Regendow is Cuban. It'll surprise you who ain't black. Andre Ward is not black. Andre Ward is white. If you want to really go to, that extent. Andre Ward is a white boy. Hence the fact that once he went into commentating, he went to talking about he don't want to be considered a black fighter and all this shit. Yeah, he a white boy. But he wasn't saying that when he wanted y'all to come to and buy his tickets to his fight. He never told y'all he wasn't black when he wanted to hit them ticket sales to raise up. All of a sudden you get a commentator job and you go out here talking about something you didn't want to be known as a black fighter. You should have told your fans that before they spent their money on your tickets. Them black fans who probably work double shifts, who probably borrow money from their mamas and aunties to come see your fight. Wax, thank you, bro. Y'all hit that like button if you're watching. Please hit that like button. We talking about nothing but the sport of boxing. Also, Andre Ward lost to Kovalev. Also, Andre Ward ducked Adonis Stevenson for years. Andre Ward had a possibility and a chance of being undisputed. He ran and retired when Adonis Stevenson held the WBC title. This facts. This is not biased talk. I'm going to give you nothing but the truth. And the truth is, that boy ran from being undisputed. Adonis Stevenson had that title and he retired. And he lost to Kovalev that first fight. Even Floyd Mayweather said that. There's video on that, not me just saying it. What else going on, man? What else is going on, man? I hear about Ugas and Keith Thurman. They talking about fight. That's a good fight for Keith Thurman, but not right now. Ugas is too big and too strong. That's why Errol won't fight him. And y'all got to remember he knocked Sean Porter down, and he really beat Sean Porter. But that's not a fight for Keith Thurman right now. But if he was to come in and take it, then hey, you know what I'm saying? I feel like Ugas will come out on top. And Keith Thurman, my boy. But I just feel like it's the wrong timing for him to go out there and fight a Ugas right now. Ugas is too big, too strong, and too eager to prove to the world that, you know what I'm saying, he up and they are in the echelon of the 147-pound fighters. I think he too eager to prove that. So right now, hell nah. That's a no-no for Mr. Keith Thurman. Because like I tell y'all all the time, because people like, Errol Spence never ducked Ugas. Yes, he did. He was supposed to fight Ugas before he fought Ocampo. Ugas was the number 2. Ocampo was the number 3. He fought Ocampo. Y'all seen that fight, right? Y'all seen that fight, right? Travis got it. What's up? Travis, I'm sitting in the car. I can't bring you on the show. I'm sitting in the car. I love to bring you on, bro. You know that. I gotta stay in tune with you. My phone broke up. I can't really see, so when y'all come in, I had to switch the phone around. You know what I'm saying? My lens broke on the front. But Travis ain't nothing but a G thing, baby. You know what I'm saying? If I was at the house on my computer, I could link you up. I would love to have you on the channel. Y'all check out Travis Gotti, man. Travis Gotti, he go in, you know what I'm saying? He spill his beans just like he feel. You understand? No bias talk on it. He gonna give it to you whether they motherfucking black, white, purple, green. You know what I'm saying? He gonna tell you how he feel. Shout out to Travis Gotti. Yeah, I would love to have you on that, man. Yes, sir. You man. Yes, sir. I got to give you a wrench, man. Get all y'all wrenches, man, for tuning in, man. Y'all ain't hitting that like button, man. Hit that like button. Even you, Barnyard. I know you be coming on here to go at me, Barnyard. Everybody getting wrenches, man. Everybody. Subscribe to Easy Work Boxing too. That's the new channel. Strictly nothing but boxing. No more talks about this and that. That's strictly boxing on that channel. Who Tank should fight next? Ooh, there goes my shirt all over my head. Ooh, ooh, Tank need to fight Teofimo Lopez or Ryan Garcia or Devin Haney. Let me see what or Gary Russell or Shakur Stevenson. We need that top echelon for Tank, man. See, I ain't got the blindfold over my eyes about Tank. Hell of a fighter. Could be the next Floyd Mayweather. But we ain't gonna know till he beat the fighters like Floyd Mayweather beat. Yeah, Floyd managing him the correct way to be a manager. But Floyd also is taking Tank's legacy. But see, at the end of the day, Tank is really doing it to himself too. Because Tank has a right to say, no, I don't want to fight him. Tank signs the contract. Now, is he forced or not? I don't know. But if he's not forced, that means he's willingly fighting the fighters that that's been put in front of him. And that's cherry picking. That's bullshit. Tevin Farmer. He didn't fight Tevin Farmer. He didn't fight Vasil Lomachenko. Y'all forgot about that. Mikey Garcia want him right now. Y'all think they gonna do that? Hell no. Mikey Garcia, Tank finna fight JoJo Diaz, or he finna do a second rematch with Leo Santa Cruz. Watch that shit. Watch that. Watch that. Thank you, Travis Gotti. Appreciate the support, bro. Y'all check out Travis Gotti Boxing. Hell no. Tank ain't finna do nothing. Shout out to the B More fans out there not trashing your boy. But y'all know what it is. If you real deal boxing, y'all know what's going on out there. The illusion, the facade is real with Tank. Fighting, no good real competition that's up on his level. So that's what y'all gotta understand. When we say he ain't fighting good competition, we mean that's up on his level. You see the way Tank fight. You see the style, the moves that he has. That's what we mean. Y'all, I gotta dip off for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I gotta head to the house. I love y'all. Thank y'all for y'all support. I want to thank Travis Gotti for tuning in, my brother Travis Gotti. Bro, you are one of the channels that inspired me to come on and make my own channel. Here I come. Man, y'all know what the time it is. Real deal boxing. Nobody's talk no racism. I love this shit. We gonna keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? We don't give a fuck. Easy Work Boxing 2 is the new channel. Subscribe to that, man. Subscribe to that, man. Y'all watching, but y'all ain't going on over there and subscribe. Ain't nothing to go over there. Type in Easy Work Boxing 2. Wham. Bam. Thank you, ma'am. You understand me? Thank y'all for y'all love and y'all support. I gotta go, y'all. I love this channel. I love y'all. Y'all be safe out here. Enjoy y'all weekend. I'm out.